either break down or come to a conclusion. Then I'll hand over to my colleague for the rest of the game, but the rest of the half. But it's 5 shots from United, 1 on target, just 2 shots from Atalanta, 1 of them on target, and of course that was the goal that we saw from Pasalic. It's now with Bruno Fernandes switching play over towards the right-hand side, taken down by Mason Greenwood. Plays it square to Fred. Thought about hitting it with the left foot. That one is cleared by Demiral, but only as far as Lindelof. So United still close to the penalty area here with Rashford now down the left-hand side. He tries to force a cross in. He does put a cross in. Good header away by Demiral. The ball is back into midfield. So we've had 24 minutes in this first half. It is Manchester United 0, Atalanta 1, and it'll be John Francis to take us through to half-time.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Remember the structure of the Champions League. Come back to that in a second. Manchester United are in down the left-hand side here. Fernandes plays it in, takes a deflection, and it goes into the side netting. Will be a corner to Manchester United, such is the structure of the Champions League. It's a double header against Atalanta. They'll go to Bergamo next as well. Manchester United, and whether to lose tonight, they'll be under real pressure.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that if they were to lose this evening, it's still a long way to go, and they're doing the right things now to try and respond. But if they were to lose, it puts huge pressure on them, and there will be a cauldron atmosphere there as well.
Corner though to Manchester United. Fernandes with it from the far side. The United left plays it short actually to the corner of the area to Rashford, who thinks about a shot. It's well blocked from Atalanta. They were asleep from the corner initially, but got out quickly.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got that many players in the box, that little layoff to Rashford and a shot from the edge of the area, there's just so many bodies in the way, including your own players. I think it's always a high risk strategy taking a shot like that.
Maguire has it on the halfway line. He's been wandering back from the corner, but got possession back again. Fred is popped up on this right-hand side now to Greenwood, saying they need to get him on the ball a little bit more. Perhaps he's on the ball now, though. Comes in field. Little square pass into Fernandes. Coop Miners sticking close to Fernandes, it seems, for Atalanta.
Yeah, I think that for someone like Bruno Fernandes, if he has too much space in the middle, then he is going to be able to dictate things, particularly with Ronaldo just ahead of him. So it's not a bad idea just to have somebody on him just to try and slow him down.
Here is Greenwood. He plays it short back to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka to Lindelof. Of course, Raphael Varane still out, got injured on Nations League duty with France recently. A competition that France ended up winning in controversial circumstances. Here's Fred to McTominay, the midfield duo that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tends to turn to in these big matches. But McTominay lost Pasalic for the goal. Here's Ronaldo into the box. 3 men around him, gets the shot away, but straight at Juan Musso, who made a comfortable enough save, but Ronaldo just didn't get the power in the shot there.
Yeah, a bit of a nod from Ronaldo there, as if to acknowledge that maybe he could have thought about playing a ball square across the 6-yard box, firing at the goalkeeper near post. The goalkeeper's always odds on ready to make the save there.
Yeah, Ronaldo, of course, the man who got the winner against Villarreal in the last match in the Champions League at Old Trafford, which was really harsh on the Spanish side. Unai Emery's side should have won that game, really. The chances they had, particularly in the first half. And Manchester United are losing this one. Atalanta leading by a goal to nil. Independent off studio commentary on this Champions League encounter. And it's a goal from Mario Pasalic, which separates the two sides on the quarter-hour mark. Just after that, this nice little turn there from Ilicic, the Serbian, back to Joachim Mæhle. We, of course, caught the eye for Denmark at the Euros. Into Muriel now, playing good role, holding up the ball well for Atalanta when it goes into him, and then, of course, he gives it away just as a praise him. And here's Fernandes coming forward for Manchester United. 4 in this attack, looking for Rashford, but in steps Palomino, who's had a solid game back there for Atalanta in this first half. Now Zappacosta, likewise, in an attacking sense, and the two wing-backs linking up here. It's Mæhle down this left-hand side, little square ball in field, finding Freuler, the Swiss player, now to Coop Miners. And Zappacosta once more. Coop Miners has a bit of space here on the edge of the box. He hits the shot, it's deflected off Fernandes and behind for Atalanta.
I just wonder if he had that second of hesitation because he saw Muriel in front of him. I just wondered if that perhaps stopped him. I mean, he's still got a very clean strike of the ball. Potentially he might have just been able to have done a little bit better there if his teammate hadn't have been so close to him. It's a set piece now for Atalanta.
Yeah, the fans are in good voice, making a trip from Bergamo this evening, where Manchester United will head in their next group game, as we were saying. Corner then to Atalanta, who lead by a goal to nil. played in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's a free header, and it's 2-0. And Manchester United were all over the place. Demirel has headed the Italians into a 2-goal lead, and he's got injured in the process. He was carrying a knock before. He might have to go off, but he won't care.
Yeah, he's hobbling as he scores this. It may well be a slight hamstring twinge that he had before, and now he's felt it even more. I think he's sort of wagging the finger towards the bench. So I think he may have to go off, but he's done his job anyway. He's kept United quiet for the first half an hour, and now he's doubled Atalanta's lead. It's a lovely left-footed in-swinging corner and a powerful header. Again, United's marking is all at sea. Demirel, I mean, Maguire is close to him, but he's never really marking him in the sense that he's jumping with him. He's jumping from behind him, and it's effectively a free header for Demirel.
He hardly makes a move, does he? He makes like 1-2 steps, gets up in between Maguire and Shaw, and just nods it into the far corner. Well, doesn't nod it, he powers it into the far corner, and Gasperini punches air. And Cristiano Ronaldo was absolutely furious.
He was.
When that second goal went in. They've had 2 efforts on target, Atalanta, and they lead by 2-0. And Manchester United are in all sorts of trouble in this Champions League group. What response have they got? Here's Shaw straight away looking for Rashford, finds Fred, but then a good challenge going in. They just look more organised.
They do. There's more cohesion about them. They started the game with a game plan. It's almost like Manchester United are trying to respond to what Atalanta are doing. This is Manchester United playing at home. They don't need to wait for Atalanta. They should be setting the pace in this game. But you can see that Atalanta travelling support, they're absolutely loving this now, but United need to respond.
Ronaldo, jinky run into Fernandes. Here's a chance, maybe. Gets it onto his right foot, but he tries to square it across the penalty area rather than go for the shot. And Greenwood wasn't even there, and it's easily cleared by Atalanta. We're approaching the half hour. Atalanta lead by 2-0 at Old Trafford. And here's the score of the first goal. Pasilic finds Zappacosta on the right-hand side. The Atalanta fans were in good voice even before that corner came in, and then sent into ecstasy by Demirel's header. We were saying about Atalanta, they'd scored in their last 8 consecutive games in all competitions. They found the net twice tonight.
They have, but I mean, every time I see this goal, it just begs the question, what are United doing in defence? Where is, I mean, I'm not just going to pick on Maguire, but Maguire is United's best defender. He's got the captain's armband, he's a centre-back, and he's 2 yards away from Demirel, who's jumping in the middle of the 6-yard box with nobody jumping with him. That's just not good enough. If you saw a team at National League level marking like that, you say, well, why aren't you marking your man? And, you know, to do that at the Champions League level is just not good enough, and it's put United in a very, very difficult position now. Both teams playing away from home this evening in this group are now 2-0 up.
Yeah, they lost a goal from a corner at the weekend, didn't they? It did bobble around in the area, and it was Demirel's Turkish teammate, so Unchu, scored at the weekend, and now Demirel has scored himself. 31 minutes on the clock. Manchester United are 2 down. They were a little bit fortunate against Villarreal. They were only 1 down. They could have been more down at half time, and it's a lot worse, isn't it, than that game tonight for them. And Atalanta are giving them the runaround, really. And it's Manchester United's chance to try and respond, but so far they've had no answer, really. Just well organised at the back. The back 3 for Atalanta, and the 2 wing backs tucking in there, making it really difficult for Manchester United to find a way.
Well, now Atalanta, of course, can put up the shutters to some extent. I don't think they will. That wouldn't be in their style to sit back, but they can make it difficult. They condense that midfield area for United to try and get forward, and now with a 2-goal lead, they can really frustrate United.
Yeah, we were saying about the goal-scoring feats. They are actually 11 unbeaten in all competitions, Atalanta. They are only 6 in Serie A. They've drawn a few games, but in this group, they've got 4 points in the first 2 matches, a draw with Villarreal and then beating Young Boys. And so they are in decent nick, even though the Serie A table maybe doesn't reflect that. Here's Rashford down the left channel. That's a decent play from Rashford, and he's trying to claim the throw in there. Atalanta trying to say that went off Rashford, Darun, the former Middlesbrough man, of course. And focus on Paul Pogba. He was quite vocal in saying not much at the weekend, wasn't he? Just saying something had to change. And,
yeah, that's right. I mean, it's, as I say, when you're Manchester United manager, you can never rest on your laurels. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, despite being a popular player, and initially when he came in seemed to be the answer, then he wasn't the answer, then he was again. And now the last 5 or 6 games, it does seem as though the detractors are sort of gathering here and saying that perhaps Solskjaer isn't the solution. And I mean, it's difficult to say. You look at United's form going into this game, just the one win in their last 5 games, and that was that crucial 2-1 win against Villarreal, which wasn't even that straightforward for them.
No, absolutely not. Of course, they've got Liverpool at the weekend, haven't they? Long ball here from De Gea over the top, looking for Rashford, but again, good awareness from the Argentine keeper, Juan Musso. Manchester United take the throw in quickly, trying to get a goal back here before half-time. Still 12 minutes of the first half remaining. Atalanta lead by 2-0. Here's Ronaldo, left corner of the area, but that was easily intercepted there by Ilicic. Finds Koopmeiners. It goes off Luke Shaw. It's a throw to Atalanta on the far side, midway inside their own half. Another shake of the head from Cristiano.
Yeah, he's been shaking his head, but not heading the ball very much, not getting close to goal at all here, Ronaldo. It's been a very, very tough half here for Manchester United. We both felt as though there was a chance that we could see a half like this, but sort of wondering whether United, after that, the defeat against Leicester, whether they would just be looking to really get started quickly, but hasn't proved to be the case. It's Atalanta who are moving forward now.
Look at the space here on the right-hand side, just a better ball, and Zappacosta would have been in down the right there.
Is that a better ball, or does Zappacosta need to be that little bit quicker? Because you look at the way that Gianpiero Gasperini has charged back towards his dugout, having seen that. Is he unhappy with the pass, or is he unhappy with the way it was not received?
A bit of both,
I think both,
maybe,
yeah.
I think Gasperini feels that Atalanta could finish this game by half-time if they were to get another goal.
Yeah, and I think he's concerned that, of course, if they don't get a third goal and perhaps United were to get a quick goal back either before half-time or just after, suddenly Old Trafford would come alive, and then Atalanta could be under real pressure. But you have to say, you can't predict it now. The way United are playing now, I mean, they have got players who can create something out of nothing, but just from open play, it's just not looking good for United right now.
A few people in the crowd throwing their arms up in frustration as Fred's pass there was almost intercepted by Muriel, and here come Atalanta again with Koopmeiners down this right-hand side. Has Zappacosta again inevitably out wide right. Again, not picked up, but this time Koopmeiners makes a bit of a mess of it. Fred nips in, and now Rashford over the halfway line finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo, though, just runs into Demiral, who'd gone out there with him onto that far touchline, and it's a throw-in to Manchester United on the far side. Looks all right again, Demiral. He's just held the back of his thigh again there, didn't he, as the ball came in, and now Ronaldo's up against him, and he's onto that right foot. Looks at the side of goal, goes down in the area, looks at the Polish referee for a penalty, and the referee has just given a goal kick.
He has, yeah. Ronaldo, another shake of the head. He's going to get a record number of the shakes of the head this evening, the amount of times he's done it already. But he breaks into the box here, and no, he's falling over himself there. There's never a penalty there. No. And I don't think that as Demiral
does well, actually, Demiral.
Yeah, just does enough to put Ronaldo off without fouling him. And I think that Ronaldo's surprised expression there was more for the cameras, because he knew he was never going to get a penalty for that.
No. Extremely soft, and never know, might have been overturned anyway, although they're not really overturned these days, are they, if they look at them? Or rather, they are if the referee does.
They are, yeah. I'm still not convinced about the way in which the VAR does it, whereby the referee stands in the middle of the pitch for 3 minutes, telling everyone to calm down, and then goes over to look. Surely it'd be a lot easier if he just ran over and looked at it straight away. But that aside, it was always going to have teething problems. I think VAR still has its enemies, it still has its faults, but overall, I think it is working more efficiently this year. It's a great ball over the top for Ronaldo.
Yeah, Ronaldo engineer just couldn't take it out in front of him. He's found, he's offside actually. He found Rashford, but again, doesn't agree with the decision, Cristiano Ronaldo.
No, he doesn't. He's certainly not offside when that ball is. Ooh, I tell you what.
He's on there, isn't he?
I think he's.
He actually couldn't get it undercut. He couldn't get it out of his.
No, I mean, I think he was going to lose the ball anyway. There, you mentioned there was potentially a chance of a free kick there as well for a foul on him, but yeah, that was a very close decision there. Looked like he might have just been level.
Yes, with Palomino at the back for Atalanta, and it's now out to. Darun on the far side, little mistake there from Zappacosta, but Fred can't capitalise. Maguire pushed well forward, and he's back with Victor Lindelof, who of course lost his place in the side once Rafael Varane arrived on the scene. But of course the injury to Varane means that Lindelof back in for now. Eric Bailly's on the bench this evening. Here's Fernandes, not much of a challenge there from Atalanta this time, but a terrible pass from Fernandes. And it just runs out of play, and it's a goal kick. Rashford had no chance of getting that, and it's 2-0 Atalanta.
Yeah, it's 2-0 Atalanta with 7 minutes to play, 7.5 minutes to play in this first half. I reckon we'll get a minute of injury time, no more. Polish referee tends to be pretty prompt with his first halves, but we'll mention that potential changes. The United bench, it's a long bench. The United have used their full allocation. I won't go through everybody on there, but in terms of attacking options, there's Cavani, there's Lingard, there's Sancho, there's Pogba. Alex Telles can come on and play as an emergency winger as well, Van der Beek. So, and you were out, of course, to make 5 changes in Champions League games, so Solskjaer can mix it up if he needs to.
There's a few rumblings that maybe Cavani should be starting with Ronaldo, you know, as one of the options.
I don't think I've seen the two of them play very many times for United so far.
No, I don't think they have. Palomino has it for Atalanta, just short of the halfway line, clips it over the top, looking for Muriel, but it's Lindelof who tidies up and he goes back to David De Gea, who hasn't actually made a save tonight. He's just picked the ball out of the net twice.
Twice, yeah.
And, finds Luke Shaw on the halfway line for Manchester United. Has Fred inside of him, but again goes back to Maguire in frustration from some of the Manchester United fans there that going all the way up to the halfway line. It's all the way back with De Gea again, and they're 2-0 down in this Champions League group encounter. And as Paul was saying, currently bottom of this group, and it's hardly the group of death, you have to say, no disrespect to the teams that are in it, but
no, I think on paper you'd say these two teams would probably fancy themselves as being first and second, but then of course Villarreal could have something to say about that. They've got plenty of Champions League pedigree over the years, and Young Boys are a team that could certainly cause anybody problems at home and could potentially be a banana skin away. So there are no gimmies in the Champions League, but I think looking at some of the other groups, United probably would have been happy when they saw this drawn.
It was Villarreal's win over Manchester United in the Europa League final that put them into the Champions League. So maybe Manchester United don't have themselves to blame that Villarreal are in this group.
Absolutely.
It's with Fred here on the in centre field, Rashford rather, to Wan-Bissaka. McTominay's up in this attack. Here's Fernandes edge of the area. It took a slight deflection, that cross, and it took it into the arms of Juan Musso. Very confident at the back, the Argentine. Just rolls it out into the penalty area. Palomino, that's an error though from Atalanta, a rare one in this first half that was made there by Freuler, and it's pounced upon by Greenwood, but they haven't really done much with it. They had a chance there with Atalanta not really having many players back. Wan-Bissaka plays it in towards Rashford, he can't control it, and Demiral, who's had a very eventful first half, has whacked it out of play for a throw into Manchester United down this near side pass. Silic on 15, Demiral 29, the 2 goal scorers. And Manchester United have this throw-in, which Fernandes leaves for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Greenwood loses it far too easily there, and Muriel back helping out and drives forward, but he loses it. Lindelof can get possession back for Manchester United. 5 minutes left in the first half. Reminded Chelsea lead by 2-0 against Malmo. And Villarreal lead 2-0 against Young Boys. No goals anywhere else in the later games. Salzburg beat Wolfsburg 3-1. Barcelona beat Dinamo Kiev by 1-0. Much needed win for them.
Also worth mentioning that Europa League game played today. Leicester City beating Spartak Moscow away. Patson Daka scoring 4 goals in that 4-3 win for Leicester City.
Yeah, he did. Here's Coop Miners, ball into Muriel, space on the edge of the box, goes for the shot, but didn't get any power on it. But again,
he had more time. He had more time than the shot. I mean, we've seen Muriel playing with both left and right. I'm not sure which foot he would have preferred today. He seemed like he was set to shoot on his right foot. That effort he had earlier in the half was off his left foot, which was charged down by Wan-Bissaka. But now a ball over top here for Rashford.
Yeah, he's in on goal here. Rashford chance, great tackle from Demiral right at the last-ditch moment, and he talks, shouts at himself there that he's done a good job. And not sure the flag did go up either. He was through.
I'll tell you what, Demiral celebrated this. You're starting to see this more often now. It's almost
onside.
He is onside. It's something that I think our footballers have picked up from the NFL. The idea that defensive players start celebrating clearances and tackles as if they were goals, and you can see Demiral there fist pumping and jumping up in the air as if he just scored a goal. But do you know what? He deserves every bit of credit, because to tackle Rashford like that at full pace is absolutely superb.
Just wonder whether that was a little bit of rustiness from Marcus Rashford. The chance was there, wasn't it? But I think maybe against Leicester he didn't really have much time to think about it, just hit it. And, whereas he had a lot more time there. And
I can tell you as well that Bayern Munich very briefly had led against Benfica with Lewandowski with the goal. It's just been disallowed by VAR for a handball. So Benfica, Bayern Munich and Lille, Sevilla, they're still the 2 games that are goalless so far this evening, as is Zenit against Juventus.
Ilicic there was offside as he tried to get the ball near the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. 2.5 minutes left of this first half. Ronaldo into Bruno Fernandes. And they're starting to talk of Manchester United as a team of individuals and not a team after the Leicester performance, and nothing much has changed to think otherwise, really, in this first half.
No, it's
Atalanta look a team, don't they?
They do, and as you mentioned, it doesn't get any easier for Manchester United. They play at home to Liverpool at the weekend, then the small matter of Spurs away the Saturday after. Then they have the game against Atalanta. Then they have a game against Manchester City before the international break. So it's fair to say that end of October and start of November, Solskjaer really is fighting for his job here, you would say.
Yeah, possibly so. And let's not forget, Liverpool have scored 3 goals in every away game they've played this season.
At least.
Yeah, at least, yeah. They'll be licking their lips at coming to Old Trafford. But that's for the weekend. This is for now. Manchester United have a job to do here. They're 2 goals down. That's nice play, though. Fred into the box. Real chance here to get back in it. Oh, and he's missed the target. Can you believe it? Fernandes played him in there, and Fred did all the hard work, got it onto his right foot, maybe wrong man, right place, and it's wide.
It's one of those where if Bruno Fernandes had got that pass from Fred, then we'd be talking about United getting a goal back here. Such a great opportunity. Ronaldo is there with his hands pointing to his feet. Play it square to me. I'll get the job done. Fred wants to do it himself, and he misses the target.
Well, he's got to score, hasn't he? He's got to score there.
Oh, he does. Whether you're a centre-back or a centre-forward, you're in that position. Every outfield player does enough ball work to be able to finish from that sort of range.
What a tonic it would have been for Manchester United just before the break. Don't think we're going to get much time added on here.
Minute, I think, maximum, I would have thought.
Yeah, not been any injuries. Just the injury to Demirel, but he carried on playing throughout, so he hasn't wasted any time. It's Maguire, the Manchester United captain, finds Wan-Bissaka on this near side, the United right, into Greenwood, back to McTominay. McTominay switches it to the left-hand side, and Luke Shaw, who's into the Atalanta half. Again, though, goes backwards to Fred, who's on the centre circle, and finds McTominay. Atalanta all back behind the ball. Again, well-organised Italian side, and looking to see it out to the break here, and looks like they might do as well. Demirel just gets there ahead of Rashford. Again, he's hobbling there as he clears the ball.
He is, yeah. I mean, I think he's going to play out. We've got a minute of injury time to play now as we go into that 1 minute. Demirel is going to stay on the field, but I would think he may have to go off at half-time.
Yeah, here's Zappacosta, the ex-Chelsea man. Didn't really work out for him there at Stamford Bridge.
And that wasn't because I don't think he didn't get...
It's a competition for places.
Yeah, competition for places. I think it was just one of those things where he couldn't fit the mould at that time. But United, 30 seconds to go. They've got one more chance, you feel.
Yeah, here's Greenwood down the right-hand side. 11 on his back. Finds Fernandes. Whips it in, although it deflects actually off an Atalanta player. And crosses the halfway line. And it's Fernandes himself who scampers back after this one. And just the last few seconds of this disappointing first half. Again, a long ball from Manchester United, but a mistake from Demirel this time, and Rashford's missed it again. He's blazed it over the top, and that was another golden chance.
Great chance. Does he need to go for this smashed finish? Could he not just take a little bit more of a touch and try and place this one into the back of the net? That's surely going to be the last chance of the half. It doesn't look as though there was an offside there. Big mistake there from Demirel, and Rashford. He has actually clipped the bar, so it's not far wide. It's gone just over the bar, and that's going to be it for this first half.
Demirel hasn't put a foot wrong apart from then in the first half, and that is half time. And Atalanta, with beaming smile on Gasparini's face, they lead Manchester United by 2 goals to 0.
Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by 2 goals to 0, and the visitors started better in this game. United just looked a little bit nervous, couldn't get into a passing rhythm, whereas Atalanta were quick to go forward. Not too many shots on goal, but they had an intent to go forward. First goal scored after a lovely ball from the right-hand side from Zappacosta, found Pasalic inside the 6-yard box. United couldn't really respond after conceding that first goal, and then a corner kick whipped in from the right-hand side. Unmarked, Demirel makes it 2-0. United have a lot of work to do. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by 2-0, and the visitors started better in this game. United just looked a little bit nervous, couldn't get into a passing rhythm, whereas Atalanta were quick to go forward. Not too many shots on goal, but they had an intent to go forward. First goal scored after a lovely ball from the right-hand side from Zappacosta, found Pasalic inside the 6-yard box. United couldn't really respond after conceding that first goal, and then a corner kick whipped in from the right-hand side. Unmarked, Demiral makes it 2-0. United have a lot of work to do. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by 2-0, and the visitors started better in this game. United just looked a little bit nervous, couldn't get into a passing rhythm, whereas Atalanta were quick to go forward. Not too many shots on goal, but they had an intent to go forward. First goal scored after a lovely ball from the right-hand side from Zappacosta, found Pasalic inside the 6-yard box. United couldn't really respond after conceding that first goal, and then a corner kick whipped in from the right-hand side. Unmarked, Demiral makes it 2-0. United have a lot of work to do. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by 2-0, and the visitors started better in this game. United just looked a little bit nervous, couldn't get into a passing rhythm, whereas Atalanta were quick to go forward. Not too many shots on goal, but they had an intent to go forward. First goal scored after a lovely ball from the right-hand side from Zappacosta, found Pasalic inside the 6-yard box. United couldn't really respond after conceding that first goal, and then a corner kick whipped in from the right-hand side. Unmarked, Demiral makes it 2-0. United have a lot of work to do. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by 2-0, and the visitors started better in this game. United just looked a little bit nervous, couldn't get into a passing rhythm, whereas Atalanta were quick to go forward. Not too many shots on goal, but they had an intent to go forward. First goal scored after a lovely ball from the right-hand side from Zappacosta, found Pasalic inside the 6-yard box. United couldn't really respond after conceding that first goal, and then a corner kick whipped in from the right-hand side. Unmarked, Demiral makes it 2-0. United have a lot of work to do. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by 2-0, and the visitors started better in this game. United just looked a little bit nervous, couldn't get into a passing rhythm, whereas Atalanta were quick to go forward. Not too many shots on goal, but they had an intent to go forward. First goal scored after a lovely ball from the right-hand side from Zappacosta, found Pasalic inside the 6-yard box. United couldn't really respond after conceding that first goal, and then a corner kick whipped in from the right-hand side. Unmarked, Demiral makes it 2-0. United have a lot of work to do. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by 2-0, and the visitors started better in this game. United just looked a little bit nervous, couldn't get into a passing rhythm, whereas Atalanta were quick to go forward. Not too many shots on goal, but they had an intent to go forward. First goal scored after a lovely ball from the right-hand side from Zappacosta, found Pasalic inside the 6-yard box. United couldn't really respond after conceding that first goal, and then a corner kick whipped in from the right-hand side. Unmarked, Demiral makes it 2-0. United have a lot of work to do. Half-time at Old Trafford, Manchester United trail Atalanta by